and Top. So Top as our resident 45 expert. What are your thoughts on the map for tonight?
I think it is a great map to be playing at this stage in the tournament. It is really fun to both play and watch, but it can get a little chaotic, and you won't want that for your Super Bowl match, Super Bowl map. But this is just perfect.
And it looks like all the power-ups that have been spawned, all three of them are rolling bombs, so it will make things a bit exciting.
Yep. Two of the rolling bombs are intact.
Yeah, that is nice. It's sort of a really interesting map because you can have one or two players that really contribute more and help your team win. Like, there are a lot of phases so that you need all four players to play solidly the whole time. But if you can get one solid, good, like, flag hold, that person can just totally save his team.
And so Shweddy's looks like he's out of base. He went through the, I guess we'll call it top and bottom. He went bottom. And it seemed to work out for him, although there are three red guys lined up for blocks, and he can't make it into base. He's just going to have to take a lap. Ukilm's on the regrab. In the meantime, Trendy Grub and Jukes Incoming are looking to maybe get a grab of their own.
Ukilm makes it out top, but right now I'm getting really big ping. So for me, the view is a little choppy.
Oh, now's the chance to go. Yeah, and he's
this is
going
perfect.
for
It looks like it's going to be a first cap for Rectal Rangers if they don't mess this one up. They have a tag throw on base, and it is. It's 1-0 Rectal Rangers. The underdog's taking the lead.
I gotta say, I don't know if that was props on Dennett or complete mess up by the Whitecaps, but that was a solid move. Like, he popped both of them in the spikes and then grabbed the tag pro.
Absolutely, and as you were saying that, Ukilm got out of base, but unfortunately Shweddy's got in his way and he couldn't quite... Ukilm almost makes it into the flag, interrupting myself. That was a crazy juke, but just couldn't quite make it. And yeah, he was very patient in that whole sequence right there. He almost got out of base, didn't quite make it, and he chilled out in the middle for a while until he saw Pounce on the right opportunity. It looks like lots of flacetting from the Whitecaps so far. They haven't gotten a decent grab yet.
Yeah,
Now power-ups aren't going to come anytime soon, so it should give another round of chances for each team. And it looks like Trendy Grub has the edge in the middle power-up battle. Shweddy's trying to make it around him, but with those spikes it's just too hard. And Whitecaps get the two good power-ups, Juke Juice and Tag Pro, whereas Rectal Rangers could only manage to get a rolling bomb that was defused immediately. And Trendy Grub jukes his way out of the base beautifully. He's ahead of two. And Ukilm right there for the offensive defense return. That was clutch too, because Kevin Bacon was bearing down on him with that Tag Pro. And I gotta say that Shweddy makes it out of base, but just misses the boost by an inch.
And neither team chasing the flag right now.
Looks like both teams setting up regrabs. Not quite sure where their flag carrier is. It's not quite sure how to react with the middle gates either, it seems.
Oh.
This is an interesting sequence of events here. Both teams are pretty lax in their pressing. Just letting the play come to them.
They're not chasing very hard, and frankly I'm not too surprised if you don't. Qualify feels like such a slippery map that if you're not doing it properly.
If they get a return here, that might be a cap for Shweddy's. They can't quite make it. Trendy Grub just clutch jukes his way out of there and grabs the rolling bomb on top of it. This might be a cap actually. An interesting turn of events, but no, that was a clutch defuse by Ball Parts, and we're back to both teams trying to reset. That was a very long sequence of holds right there, longest we've seen so far.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't very much through skill of the flag carriers. A large portion of that was just nobody was chasing the flag at all.
Yeah, and props to Trendy Grub, who managed to save his team a cap against right there. He was getting closed down by two players from Rectal Rangers and just managed to fend them off with a very nasty juke in the middle. Right as Shweddy's was alone on his flag. If he'd been returned right there, that would have been a cap.
Yeah.
It seems like when the Rectal Rangers are getting out of base, they have a hard time hitting those boosts. It looks like it might cost them long term, because even though Whitecaps haven't been able to line up their snipes so far, it's something that was bound to happen. SpongeBall picks up the tag throw in mid, and Juke's Incoming gets it. the Juke Juice looks like all three power-ups were picked up by Whitecaps. Great power-up control. And now Juke's Incoming, gets the crazy boost juke, and is he going to beat Shweddy's? Shweddy's just comes in with a very risky play off that boost, but it pays off, and the score remains 1-0. And Top is struggling with ping issues, so we might not be hearing too much from him right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you think that was a calculated play to run 3 offense for the Whitecaps, or it just sort of happened?
I think probably what ended up happening was the player who grabbed the tag throw decided to go on offense, and there was maybe a bit of a delay in the communication with the team where everybody else who was supposed to be on offense went on it anyway. But in the end, it almost worked out for them. They had a great grab, great juke to get ahead of 3, and unfortunately, nobody had the block on Schweddies to get that return.
Yeah.
Some good offensive defense by Rectal Rangers so far.
Oh, that was a nice return by SpongeBall.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. They're finally getting those boost snipes down. If you can't line up those boosts as an offense getting out of base, you're going to have a hard time on 45. Two tag throws for Whitecaps again. Whitecaps have really been taking over the power control, and Schweddy splits SpongeBall and Kevin Bacon. A return here would be a cat, but it can't happen. That was a very off-the-cuff play, but it worked out for him perfectly.
Yeah.
And nobody's on regrab for the Rectal Rangers. Let's see if Juke's incoming can make something happen.
Did Ballparts just was like, oh, Ballparts seems to be purposely avoiding grabbing the flag.
Maybe his team's telling him not to grab. Maybe he's struggling with lag issues. Either way, I probably would have grabbed there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're all alone in the enemy base, flag's already out. But I guess
there's also the fact that we have more information than they do, so it's possible that he thought the flag carrier was closer to base than he actually was.
True, but in which case, that's poor team communication, because he was on the other side of the field.
Yeah. And Juke's incoming has the Juke Juice, 2 teammates blocking, but now all 4 Rectal Rangers are in base. He does a nice spike juke. Now he only has 3 to beat. Ballparts spikes himself, but Juke's incoming. Great ball control by him, but can't quite make it past the 3 Rectal Rangers. He's going to just have to reset. They might be waiting for power-ups, which is a smart move by the Whitecaps.
Yeah. I am not a fan of Trendy's current position for regrab, though. If you're going to regrab, I prefer you to... I'll shut up, because, look at this cluster.
Juke's incoming, just... First off, great button hold, and second off, Juke's incoming's ball control so far in this flag hold is off the charts. That right there, where he was dilly-dallying around those spikes, very few people have that kind of subtle ball control. And right as I say that, he just spikes himself, trying to get that rolling bomb. But Trendy Grub is on the regrab, and he's past 2. But they got a tag on base, it's not going to happen.
And another one coming after him. Just as you were talking about earlier with Whitecaps grabbing all 3, now it looks like...
Rectal Rangers did get all 3, yeah. But Trendy
wow.
That looks like it's going to be a cap. Oh,
he could have had
didn't quite have the angle. I think he switched his direction just ever so subtly, but that cost him the cap.
Yeah, he was trying to play things a little cautious, I feel like it, and it actually worked against him. Kevin, nice snipe.
Yeah, that was very nice by Kevin. We haven't seen that many snipes so far in this map that has lots of boosts, so we're probably going to end up seeing a bit more of those as the game progresses and players get a bit more confident around the map.
Yep. Very interesting score of a 0-1 game so far.
Yeah, this is known as a pretty offensive map, and so for the score to be this low, with the flag out of base this much, is pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon getting that middle snipe again. He really has that middle boost down. He must have practiced that a lot, because that's not an easy boost to get.
You got everybody trying to converge on Schweddies, whereas the Rectal Rangers are just sort of content with their 1-cap lead, I guess. Honestly, I'm not a fan of doing nothing whenever you are only up by 1 cap.
And it looks like Ballpart's going for the kiss, which is an interesting decision as well. He's the only player on his team actively trying to tag the flag carrier.
And arguably the only one that shouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh, Schweddies tries the risky juke. It doesn't quite work out.
Sort of saved Trendy, though. I'm not sure. Yeah, not a lot of action. There were a couple very close scoring chances, but for the most part, there haven't been enough really solid chases this match so far, I'd say.
If we look at team statistics, the flag's been out of base for nearly 5 minutes. for both teams, 5.5 minutes for red team hold and 4.5 minutes of blue team hold.
Now,
So
do you have the
we haven't
aggregate?
seen that much defending, which I'm not quite surprised by, considering the map we're playing is 45.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have the aggregate score extension?
Yeah, I'm using the total team scoreboard.
That's cool. I am just vanilla.
Yeah, I think credit to Poop V for that, I believe. It's a very usul extension.
I didn't think it was Poop V. Who was it?
Pants.
Poop
Pants,
Pants.
I'm very
yeah, there
sorry.
you go.
Not you, Poop V. Forget it. No more credit for you.
Yeah, nobody thanked Poop V for anything.
Poop Pants, very great extension. I use it all the time. So it looks like red team dominated in terms of returns. Whitecaps had all the returns and also had the flag database a bit more. So I'm slightly surprised that they come out of this down 1 cap.
So
They've yet to cap on the Rectal Rangers.
my ping issues has been resolved, and I was watching the game. So I think the main problem that Rectal Rangers is suffering from is that they don't dare to chase, even when they have a regrab. I am a proponent of chasing very aggressively on this map as long as you have a regrab. I feel that you have 2 aggressive chasers, 1 person camping regrab and 1 person getting the flag. And I noticed that the Rectal Rangers 3D were very content to have 2 people sitting in base just preventing the cap, and while that is fine when they have a lead, the lead is so small. I think 1 point is not one cap is not really a lead on 45 because of how quickly things can get out of hand. I'll be very interested to see if they can manage to find success in the next half playing the same kind of tactic.
Yeah, and let's see if any of the teams are making any substitutions. It looks like they're going to stick with the same lineups for the next half. I think the standout performance for the first half on Rectal Rangers, I really liked Schweddy's. Wait, is he Rectal Rangers? Yeah, it was. He had some really clutch offensive defense plays, and I believe he also got their cap. And as for Whitecaps, Kevin Bacon really impressed me with his chasing skills and his snipes. But credit to all the players so far, they've managed to keep this a very close game.
Nah, I prefer singular moves as opposed to all-around play, so I'm going to give it to Dennett for that, I guess, double opposite team kill to grab the tag pro.
I think that was also what led to the first cap as well.
Yeah, I mean, Top just called it because they were 2 in the enemy flag's base, and then as the flag was out, he just had pretty much a clear path, essentially.
At any rate, I think that they need to step up the intensity because, to be honest, it was a pretty boring game to watch.
Yeah, not a lot of action.
I'm predicting a pretty wild second half to this game. Considering the first half was so tame, I think players are going to start getting a bit more familiar and maybe a little less nervous. And we'll probably see a lot of caps to start off. I think the coaches will have had their time to talk to their teams and tell them what to change. And probably we'll see both teams coming out pretty aggressively because that's definitely not the case for last half.
I'm going to disagree. Sorry, you can go ahead after. I just want to say my prediction is when you get to around the 4-minute mark, that's when the pressure is going to start to build because the Whitecaps obviously don't want to lose the game. And then it'll get more interesting because they'll definitely try to start making some different plays.
This is going to be an interesting battle. Each team gets a juke juice, and in the middle is the almighty tag pro.
3, 2, 1.
And Trendy Grub beats the opponents to the tag pro. So in come the Whitecaps with 2 power-ups, tag pro and juke juice, which is a very powerful combination, especially on a base that's easy to grab like this one.
And that's
Juke's
pretty
incoming
much...
should just have been on that regrab on the handoff, and it looks like Uklamith. If his team gets him in return, that might be a cap. But Juke's incoming, credit to him for staying alive. He's been a master of this so far. Even in the last half, he was managing to pull off some crazy jukes to buy his team some time to catch up. And he just did that again, made his way all the way to base.
Definitely a nice moves.
Takes a lot of skill to pull off what he just did.
Who killed him had a pretty nice dodge on the snipe as well. So
And SpongeBall, I know he's an expert at returning, but he just returned his own flag carrier right there. Maybe a bit of a lack of communication in that play. Schweddy's is out bottom.
let's see if, how they're gonna deal with power-ups here.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Shreddy. Beautiful.
Juke's incoming, going for the flag. Smart play, but he might miss out on the tag pro because of it. Now it looks like Ukilim. Oh, Ukilim actually killed him. Got the tag pro at the same time. Juke's incoming, grabs the tag pro, goes flag pro, which is a smart decision because if he didn't, then one of the Rectal Rangers would have gotten it.
Yeah, kill him not using his tag pro very well. I guess now he was. At the time, he was trying to
Actually,
kill the
get this
enemies
tag,
instead
it
of
looks like it's going to
return.
be a cap for Dennett.
Yeah.
Now, I believe the score is now 2-0 in favor of the Rectal Rangers. The underdog, 6th seed.
Cinderella story.
Yeah, they beat the number 3 seed, Unbelievables, in week 1. Or not week 1, in the last week, in the first round of the playoffs. In a pretty interesting fashion. They lost the first game 5-1, but they totally dominated the rest of the matchup, conceding only 1 cap in the next 2 games, winning 8-0 and 3-1. So far they're looking pretty good. They haven't conceded on 45 yet, which is, there's a lot to be said for that. But as I'm saying this, Juke's incoming, makes his way out of base, but Ballparts gets clutch snipe. Otherwise, Jukes was ahead of 3. Trendy Grub gets the regrab. Has some good efficient movement, and now he's back in base, but just can't quite get the edge on Ukilim.
Yeah, Killam did a pretty good job to break the block. It's tough if you have 2 guys blocking you a single way, but he managed to sneak around him.
And Juke's incoming.
Now that
Juke's incoming! That was one of the tightest caps I've seen. That was crazy juking. He just managed to get the millimeter it took to get the flag onto the flag tile. Right before, I believe it was Killam who grabbed it. And now are they going to go for their second straight cap? No, Schweddies. Another clutch last ditch play for Schweddies. So far, he's been really good about just getting that last second judgment.
Yeah. One of the nice moves.
Dodging the boost right there. The score is tied for the half, but Rectal Rangers lead on aggregate 2-1. And now everybody getting in Schweddies' way. Juke's incoming. Coming from bottom. Spongeball gets the tag for. Are they going to go for a tag lead?
Patience.
Oh, bad luck on that power-up spawning.
Oh,
what a snipe!
Schweddies could have been ahead of 4, but Trendy Grub had some good positioning and gets ahead of him. Spongeball is closing down.
Defense just leaves the flag. Spongeball is the only one kept
the Juke
his base.
That was impressive. But Trendy Grub gets the angle on him, manages to intercept through the spikes. One thing I've noticed is compared to when NLTP teams played 45, the NLTP players have been getting those routes through spikes very well. It looks like they spent a lot of time practicing it and it's paid off. That's one of the most important parts of this map. Great return by Spongeball right there. Good offensive defense. And the regrab chain has been going on for both teams.
Decent chance here for the Rectal Rangers again. As I say that, Shreddies backs off, but manages to get that sweet bomb. That's what you want.
That should be big for him. And he comes in, that's going to be a cap for him.
Yeah.
This is his second cap of the game, first of the half. And kill him, he just has to stay alive because Trendy Grub was ahead of all of his teammates. They end up kissing cousins. A bit of kissing cousin action on Nqoba TV.
Let's see if Juke's incoming can get some good blocks.
He had a crazy cap and he almost had another very tight cap here, but just couldn't quite make it through. It's a risky play. Power-ups are going to spawn probably within the next 10 seconds, so we're going to see battles for that.
Jukes is in a really bad spot right now, but that stutter step, so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And will that be a cap? That's a cap. Juke's incoming, just using the straight line juke to perfection. Gets his second cap, brings his team within 1.
Ball pass is lagged out.
And Jukes just completely blocks Trendy Grub, but no worries, Trendy Grub gets the second boost. And, Spongeball just pool shots Ukilim into the return.
Trying to get the boost block in, but boost blocks him into the flag.
So it looks like we might see our first sub of the game.
Oh, does NLTP do substitutes then?
I think they mostly just copy MLTP rules. At least that's been the case for this season.
Dennis
locking down base with his tag pro, playing all alone on defense.
And there we go.
All right.
They have Juke Ball Hero coming in place of ball parts.
Jukeball Hero actually one of the one of the people who seem to be likely to start the game, I'd imagine. Or at least I read in the preview thread.
Why did you will kill them?
Can he beat? Oh, cap him. No,
Spiked himself.
Well, spikes are difficult to juke because they don't really bite.
He just escapes the button right there. Grabs the tag pro, going flag pro.
They have no vision on him right now. This is very... Oh, if only his
he
team
needs
can tell
to go.
Oh,
No.
he tried that Lizard Wizard boost. If you guys watched the game on Boombox, that worked out for Liz, but didn't quite work out for him.
You're just gonna call that the Lizard Wizard boost now? Every
Yeah,
time
any
anybody
boost
boosts,
where you try to thread the needle is now a Liz boost.
just
No
boosting
matter the
towards
map or the
flag.
circumstance.
Three minutes left to play, and right now Rectal Rangers have the slenderest of leads.
Tag pro and base just ran out. The chance evaporated right there.
Shwedi's gearing up for the regrab. And
Kiss,
I would
kiss.
kiss right there if I were Ukilim. Instead
Oh,
he
you'd
decides
be
to
wrong.
stay alive and the opponent spikes himself. Some good hold, good efficient movement by Ukilim. Manages to grab that juke juice with a last ditch change of direction. Oh, Ukilim just completely fooling Spongeball the whole way. But Spongeball does manage to grab the juke juice. He'll get an edge for about 10 seconds on Ukilim there. Another juke juice spawning. Oh, Ukilim!
What a catch!
Oh, wow.
So ballsy!
Ukilim!
Fortune favors the brave indeed.
Whether it was luck or skill, that movement right there, going through the gate, was a risky play. Manages to dodge both players and comes in for the cap with a clutch return, by the way. Just perfect timing.
Who
And
killed
just
him? His cap
judgment
was
call
so
decides to
good.
run into the flag and gets there right before the opponent. That was a great cap.
His cap was so good that it caused Jukeball's Hero to just shut down and temporarily leave the group. He was just like, no, I can't handle it. Can't do it anymore. Bye. And regret got the best of him and he came back.
Who killed them with a beautiful button play, buys some time for himself. SpongeBob is waiting for his teammate to get there. Oh, Juke has an attack pro, and SpongeBob might be able to... Nope, he's not gonna get that rolling bomb, but... Oh, tight spot for him right now.
Kissing Cousins, Jukes goes flag pro. What ended up happening? What's the controversy? Captains are discussing whether or not one event was allowed or not.
Refreshing is not
Yeah,
allowed.
he refreshed.
Oh,
It's-
I see.
It is it's one of those things where it's generally allowed as long as it's not obviously abused.
So if Whitecaps want to salvage this, Trendy's going to have to cap this play and probably get that regrab cap. But
Oh.
Ukilim just intercepts right in time. Trendy had that second boost, it would have been a cap. Dennett does well to take away the boost. He's playing one-man defense right now, and he's doing really well at it, too.
Yeah, there's just not enough time left.
With 30 seconds left,
They're just
going to take a
flaccid.
Herculean effort from the Whitecaps to tie this up. They have a 2-cap differential to make up for.
Shreddy and Who them are basically just parking the bus right now. Neither of them is making an attempt to grab, and I can't say I blame them. It's the smart play in this scenario. And if he secures the tag pro, that's never mind.
Juke's incoming. He is incoming. He's ahead of 3. You have to get the
Trendy
blocks on
grub.
Sweaties, but Trendy Grub, unfortunately, that was an unlucky play right there. He just kills his teammate.
3,
And Ukilim sits on the flag. That is a good game. It looks like a big upset for the first game. Rectal Rangers 3D taking it 4-1 or 4-2 over the number 1 seed Whitecaps in the blue division.
Yeah. Very nice play, all around, I'd say. But
Pretty even as well. If we look at the hold time, both teams had approximately 5 minutes of hold. Same amount of returns, pretty much. So a pretty evenly matched game.
Yeah. It's just Rectal Rangers were in the position whenever they actually got the returns to cap, whereas Whitecaps never got the chance.
Yeah, I think it also comes down to clutch plays in close games like this, and it seemed like Rectal Rangers 3D just had a bit more clutch plays like that cap by Ukilim or a couple of clutch returns by Shwedi's on offensive defense. They were just there when they needed to be there. They showed up in the big stage. So game 2, we're probably going to be seeing a couple changes, especially considering the lag outs and the result of the first game. Should be interesting to see which teams decide to sub which players.
Oh, also on a side note, I was going to announce it during the time, but if the phrase is actually "fortune favors the bold, not the brave."
Whatever.
All right, just don't get
You-
mad just because you don't know.
You aren't my mom. Don't tell me what to do.
No, I am not, unfortunately, a 40-year-old Chinese woman. I mean, if you have the power to, you can go for it. I don't have the power to actually leak channels, so I can't. You right-click, and then, like, if you right-click on the channel, there's an option under...
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. Do you have that power? Ebola wants to know if he can spec.
I think because we're already taking 4 spec spots in the game, probably.
I think are we switching to
Looks
Origin?
like
Yeah,
it.
we're switching to Origin now.
Game 2 will be played on Origin.
Do we know whose home server was Sphere?
Not a clue. I have to say, Rectal Rangers has a pretty ugly team logo. It looks like a biscuit instead of, feces, which I think was the intended effect.
I don't think I would even want to look at their logo just based off of their team name.
Nah, it's just a 3D, weird font and weird effects, but it doesn't... Whitecaps has a beautiful logo, though.
So here we have it, straight from Nqoba TV. Whitecaps wins the logo battle.
According
No,
to top.
no. Viewers, watching the stream, don't you agree with me? Their logo is so much better.
Alright, so Ankh-Morpork claims that his home server is Sphere. Do we know which team is his?
Morphbot is
He
Rectal
is
Rangers.
Rectal,
Okay.
and I believe in the NLTP rulebook it says you can declare whatever server you'd like before the game.
Oh,
So
that's
he
interesting.
doesn't
There's not-
necessarily need to have a home server. Yes, exactly.
That is incredibly interesting.
That's incredibly weird.
That sounds like something like a European team should exclusively sign up for NLTP and just only play on Cord and are guaranteed to win like at least a 50-50 season essentially.
Yeah.
Then this might really interest you. I also believe that rule applies in minor league tag, bro.
No,
What?
it doesn't.
I believe it does.
No, it
I will check
doesn't.
the rulebook for you right now and try to cite the clause.
Our resident NLTP correspondent, our resident rulebook correspondent, Ebola, weighing in on the matter.
Vote Ebola for Season 7
No,
Commissioner, guys.
For the majors and minors, you have to do it off of this weird, silly chart.
Of course, but the home server you have declared that they apply to the chart, I believe, is something flexible that can be announced every match for minor league.
No,
Whereas in
it can't.
major league,
It's permanent home server for both teams.
As far as... I'm
okay,
not
so
sure about rules,
if you
but
look at the minor league tag per rules, it says teams can pick what server they want to play on for their team just before the match starts. If teams pick different servers, we use this chart to determine what servers to play on.
Nobody ever enforced that rule.
Well, that is a rule, so if somebody would like to enforce it, I'm sure it's...
Yeah, if somebody would like to
Yeah.
enforce it for the 3 games of minor league left in the season.
oh god, there's gonna be so much
It is
drama in the
very
finals.
most important games. And I mean, in my opinion, that rule seems like it could lead to lots of abuse.
Yeah.
Exactly. I also
Another
don't
thing
understand.
is, if one team decides they declare their server to be Centra so they can play Sphere Ball, the other could just declare their server to be like Radius or something so that it's Origin Ball.
I do not believe that the Season 5 server chart has Radius on it because it wasn't a server before the season started.
I'm
so
pretty
that
sure it
would
was
be possible.
updated, the server chart.
Yeah?
It's been since updated, but since you picked like your home servers before Radius, like it wasn't an option to be a home server.
No.
There was actually a lot of, like, not a lot, but there was some controversy for the Northeast players because obviously, like, the Pi players in the Southeast had their own server to obviously pick from, and then, like, so did pretty much everyone else in the country except for, like, the Northeast players.
Can someone drag Ankh into the channel? He wants to talk about this.
The official Season 5 chart does not include Radius. Team cannot declare Radius for Season 5.
There he is. We're joined by Ankh.
Hey. So I want to weigh in my 2 cents here as to why the rules are different between MLTP and NLTP.
Oh no, like we're fine. We're just discussing why it's a dumb idea.
Well, the real issue is, though, you can easily pick a server in MLTP. I mean, you're going to have the same players throughout. About 90% of my team isn't who I started the season with. We have become much... our region has just shifted entirely, and we've had to redeclare.
Rules-wise, you're absolutely 100% in the clear.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, that does make a lot more sense. I completely forgot about the... it's essentially an expansion league, and teams have just way more players, and obviously just like you said, so that does make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, we're not trying to arbitrarily fuck over other teams by making the worst possible server choice for them. We're just trying to get the best server for us.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think it could be interesting to implement a rule that says, if X% of your roster changes, then you're allowed to have a server change.
Well, I'm not surprised about the NLTP one. I am surprised
Sorry, I have to head
about...
out. Game starting.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm very surprised by the minor league clause. And also,
Honestly,
I don't have a link.
I
How
want
can
to
the
say
game
it
be
was,
starting if I don't have a link?
it's the origin link. Nqoba posted it, like, right as you were spamming Fortune Favors the Bold.
I see. That makes more sense now. Fortune favors the brave. Thank you very much.
Not according to the title of that link.
If you have fucking bothered to read it, oh my god.
Why would I
sorry.
bother to read anything?
Okay, so as you guys are bickering, both teams start. There's a rolling bomb in middle, and which team? I think Whitecaps get the advantage of the tag pro, but Trendy Grub spikes himself with it, and it's going to be another 10 seconds before he can get to base. Not Trendy Grub, Choder,
It was
sorry.
Choder, yeah. Don't go around, like, shifting false blame. There's going to be enough real blame to go around.
I love Trendy Grub as much as the next guy. I played with him in Region Wars. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Trendy Grub is Canadian?
Eastern Canada.
Really? So surprised.
At least if my memory serves me right. Now you're starting to make me doubt stuff.
I don't know where he's from.
And so immediately the Rectal Rangers have established a pretty good regrab train. Gotten the flag out of base 3 or 4 times already, and Shweddy just gets it again. Unfortunately for Whitecaps, they can't seem to reset.
And consulting the draft packet, Trendy Grub is from Ontario, you're correct, Liquid.
Oh man,
We
Canadians
have
represent.
our resident Dwight Schrute. Fact. Trendy Grub is from Ontario.
Fact.
Double juke juice for the Whitecap offense. They need to make something happen. At the very least, they need to score a couple of points to regain their confidence back, because seeing as they have made 2 lineup changes, I think their confidence might be slightly shaken, to be honest.
And it is quite interesting that they subbed out Jukes on You, right?
Yep.
No, not Jukes. Oh, yeah.
Jukes
yeah,
Incoming.
Jukes Incoming. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought Jukes Incoming was one of their standout performers, but maybe their captain was looking for a different type of play.
Or maybe you just can't play on Origin right now.
That's actually a very good point. I hadn't thought of the servers.
Choder's in a rough spot right now.
Oh
But
my god, SpongeBob with the great button control, but Shweddy's just wrestles it away from him right in time. And Dennett misses the boost. That could have been a snipe return. Instead, Trendy Grub's bearing into base. He's going to turn back, and he manages to avoid all of the Rectal Rangers. Oh, Trendy Grub just fakes out Juke Bell Hero, but gets returned. Choder's out of base. He's ahead of 3.
Wow.
If Dennett gets blocked. And Dennett just gets another great grab. Good job. Dennett should have gone for the handoff there, but instead he manages to get out of base. Dennett is really impressing me in this sequence.
especially considering he is starting on defense.
Yeah, Dennett's been playing a really great series of games.
Dennett just ragdolling SpongeBob. And if you look at this, all 3 of the Rectal Rangers are waiting on regrab. I don't want to knock them, but that looks a bit like pub play right there.
Yep. One player doing all the work sounds about right.
No, it's not what it looked like. It's funny that all of them were waiting in base. Looked like nobody had eyes on the flag carrier, and Dennett was too busy juking to communicate. Nice night by SpongeBob. Not sure if it was intentional, but it ended up working out. Good button by Choder.
Oh.
Good work by Choder getting both of those tag throws. Takes it away from the opponents. He's going to wait for his teammate. It's a smart play. Although Trendy Reb's going to go get the tag pro in mid, and now it looks like they're going to switch roles.
Yeah, double tag pros.
And I don't know why Rectal Rangers are leaving 3 on defense, because with 2 tag pros, that's... I guess
I
they
think
didn't know
it's
there were
essentially
2, but...
because the tag pros that they were trying to leave 3 on defense. I mean, obviously it's not... I wouldn't call it a smart play by any stretch, but if you have one competent guy that can really help out, it's to prevent the grab as opposed to... I guess it's defense instead of offense, right?
Oh,
Choder.
Great play, but
the boost.
Man, that
So
was
many-
just complete lack of decision making right there. Maybe not lack of decision making, but he wasn't confident enough in his position to go for the cap. I think he could have gotten it.
Yeah, I agree.
Regardless,
He had,
Choder's out of base. He grabs a rolling bomb just as it spawns.
Let's see if he can try again. Oh
my god.
Second
Bad
time
luck.
in a
And
row,
now-
that probably could have been a cap.
Who
I mean, it
killed
was
doing
less
work with
likely
the tag
that
pro?
second time.
But he
Trendy,
is out of base.
yeah,
Juke
Trendy
ball.
didn't save that tag pro for his team. That's what he should have done.
Juke ball hero with another refresh, but I'm pretty sure that didn't do anything. He was in base when he refreshed, so he would stay in base.
I wasn't sure what just happened there, but
I think
yeah, it
he's
looks
just
like he did
lagging out.
refresh.
He
Yeah.
was talking about having lag issues before the game started too, from
there you go.
his team.
If I were Schweddies, I would probably try to go for a cap right here. Because he has Ukill on a free regrab, so they can just start establishing that regrab chain.
There is what
Oh.
happened to E there.
I think E thought Killam was in base.
Oh, and there could be a cap.
Oh,
Not good
Killam.
enough.
Oh, trying the risky boost, can't pull it off. But Choder's
Shreddy
out
is
of
gonna
base.
stay alive right now.
Schweddies, just so
being
close to
incredibly
sniping himself.
risky.
But Ukillam was in position to regrab, so it wasn't a problem. And is Ukillam going to go for...
Oh,
That's the
wow.
dangers of going over inactive boost, my friends. You never know when they're going to spawn.
And again, Choder chooses to take the tag pro himself instead of let someone on his team go and get it for him.
Lots of tagging action.
Although now they have a tag pro in base. Oh, Trendy couldn't manage to get his way out. He should have gone straight through the bottom spikes, in my opinion. I think he could have beaten at least 2 of them that way.
Holds have been a lot more brief so far in the last minute or so. Oh, Trendy grub. Nice fake on Dennett, and now he's ahead of 2. But he decides to cut in. Probably
it's
a smart
always
play right there.
Yeah, tricky
Schweddies
move
is
because
blocked.
of the boost.
Good play by SpongeBall. Good kiss by Trendy. I would go steal that boost if I were Choder. There you go.
I think you meant bomb, but I agree.
No, I meant boost.
You meant the boost.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought that was incredibly risky. I don't know why the defense didn't just boost into him.
Yeah, to be fair, I would have done it way earlier because I think, generally speaking, as he said, that a good defender would have chosen to go for the snipe a bit earlier. He seemed like he had the angle, but when you're locked down like that, either you try to fake the boost or you actually take the boost before they can snipe you. Oh, Trendy Grub! Oh,
There you go.
that was a beautiful boost by Trendy Grub, and now Whitecaps are ahead 1-0 with 3 minutes left in the half. Credit to Trendy Grub on that boost right there. That was a very risky play, but he pulled it off perfectly.
Yeah. Very narrowly avoiding his chaser. Honestly, I can't remember exactly who it was, but he was only a couple picks, like a couple squares behind, if that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he actually had the angle, but Turns out he did.
Very good chance for Rectal Rangers. Shreddy should not have been waiting.
Yeah, E did well to catch up right there. And Shreddy's just waiting for a teammate to pick up the tag row in the middle.
See, now
Decides
that
to pick it up
that
himself.
is when
Smart
you pick
decision.
it up.
E coming down.
Is when it's the option of you or the other team as the flag carrier, then you take it. Not if you're not forced to.
Oh, Shreddy.
Sponge ball.
This could be bad.
Another
Oh.
interesting part of that sequence was that Shreddy's opted for the kiss, seeing as he had tag row and he could respawn in his base with the tag row with a teammate on regrab. Unfortunately, the regrab didn't make it out of base, but if he did, the tag row respawning in base would have been really powerful.
It's really interesting about the Whitecaps offense seems to be boosting into each other a lot. I'm not sure if they're just not communicating with each other or if it's truly accidental.
Noob spiking his teammate right there might end up costing him. Shreddy's opts for the offensive defense rather than the grab, and that was the right decision right there. If I were Ukilum, I would just go for the rolling bomb, try to intercept him by the base, because now he's going to leave it for the regrab.
Well, unless Whitecaps decide to kill their own teammate. Their offense is really not... It just seems to me they don't have a system for knowing what to do when they're... Like, they don't know when to avoid the boost lanes when their own offense has the flag, because that's 3 times in a row they're boosted into their flag carrier.
I'm not sure if Jukeball Hero did that boost on purpose, but that was a nice snipe. Shreddy's taking the long way, taking the detour, and gets ahead of 2. All he needs now is a good block to make it into base, but Dennett doesn't have it. Choder has a good offensive defense play right there, managed to get the return. Ukilum on the regrab. Looks like he's waiting for a power-up. That's a good power-up timer right there. Very good. 25 seconds left. He's going to have to cap now.
He's go top.
Nobody on red team is even bothering to chase him. Finally, he gets somebody that has eyes on him.
With 16 seconds left, this is pretty much the last play.
Runs into his own team.
And
Nice.
he juked his way past everyone.
Nice.
8 seconds left. Nah, I think that's the end of it.
3, 2,
Although, I have to say, these are some pretty good jukes by Ukilum.
Yeah, he tried to force it because he knew he was running out of time.
And Whitecaps dominating the scoreboard. 4 of the top 5 players in score. Although, truth be told, I think both teams played pretty much equally well there.
Yeah, definitely.
Although
both
if you look
teams
at
had
it,
a couple scoring
Whitecaps
chances.
had 8 minutes 6 of prevent time. That's a lot of prevent.
That is
That's double what
incredibly
the
a lot
Rectal
of
Rangers
prevent.
had.
Shouldn't that mean that the flag was in base for 8 minutes? Oh no, because
No, it means
Yeah,
that
if you-
the
it
flag was
combines.
in base. It actually doesn't say much about how much the flag was in base.
well,
This means
I
that their
gonna
defense
say
was playing good no grab D.
True. I mean, if you divide it by 2, you can generally assume that that's like the 2 people on defense are getting all of that prevent.
Yeah, total, I think that Rectal Rangers had just under 5 minutes of hold time cumulatively, whereas the Whitecaps had just slightly over 5 minutes. So again, pretty similar.
Does anyone know
People
how
yelling
an NLTP overtime works? I mean, sorry, tiebreakers. What happens if it's a split?
It goes to overtime. That's what the Rectal Rangers did last week. They lost the first game, they won the second game, and then they won 3-1 in overtime. I believe overtime's only a 1/2 overtime, but I could be wrong about that.
It works the same as tag bro, normal tag bro.
MLTP.
Oh, you mean
Yeah, it
3
works the same
caps,
as
12
majors,
minutes?
minors.
Yeah, this NLTP thing is definitely not Tag Pro. It does work the same as Tag Pro, though.
Yeah, so it works the exact same as major minor league tag bro. We try our hardest in NLTP to prepare the players for the leagues that they're being fed into.
So Whitecaps, this is almost opposite scenario, well, exact opposite scenario from last game, where Whitecaps enter the second half of game 2 with a 1 cap lead over their opponents. And another low-scoring game.
Yeah.
The fact that 2 of the 3 halves, one of the teams has failed to score on 45 really surprises me. I would not have predicted that.
I mean, it's a testament to very good flag holding above anything, I would say.
Yeah, very patient. I think both teams have had patience drilled into them, and you can see both flag carriers, or not both, but all the flag carriers so far have been really patient, just taking laps until the moment's right. And credit to defense, because the moment's hardly ever right so far.
Alright, it looks like Twitch chat is mixed on their support. I'm seeing a couple Whitecaps, a couple Rectal Rangers. Onk basically responding to us 30 seconds late about how he's trying to teach them to play incredibly patiently.
Well, he's been doing a good job.
Let me share with you guys an interesting analogy. Right before this game, I was playing scrimmage. Not playing scrimmage, I was watching Rectal Rangers 3D practice.
Why?
Who killed... What?
Why?
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Okay, yeah.
Who killed them had 4 players beat with a rolling bomb, and he had them beat by a lot. What he did was that as he was coming down the top side, he saw someone coming for him from the corner of his screen. He slowed down and stopped in front of the button. Used his rolling bomb to try and bomb the guy into the gate, which bought enough time for the entire enemy team to arrive, and he got tagged.
3.
Did my mumble die or did Top's mumble die?
So this is the opposite of all the other halves we've seen. All the power-ups that spawned are tag throws. And again, Trendy Grub gets the mid power up just in time, and Dennett is smart. He delays the base tag throw. Choder goes flag throw. Not quite sure if that was the right call to make. But he jukes his way out of it. Perfectly, Choder. That was perfect. Dennett with a great snipe. Pulling a Kevin Bacon right there with that middle boost.
Can you really call
Hero
it
just
that
misses
if-
Trendy Grub. Can Trendy Grub juke his way into the cap? Looks like he's going to have to turn back. Choder setting up for the regrab. Dennett covering the regrab? Not quite sure if that's a smart choice.
I guess he's trusting his defense to get the return.
Yeah, as we say that, his defense does get the return. They're going to reset. Power-ups are coming up in about 10 seconds. Let's see if anybody goes and waits for the mid. Ukilum might opt to do it. Yeah, there you go. Ukilum was notified by his teammates. Either that or he has good power control. Actually, he did have a really good power control in the last half, so it's possible that he just remembered the time.
All 3
Oh,
tag
really?
throws.
Pulling in all
Choder.
caps. And in the group chat, they go timeout, but turns out no timeouts in NLTP, so they're going to keep playing.
E losing his
getting
cool
hot.
there.
He's getting pretty heated
So
over
angry.
this.
He's not playing anymore, so he can fully vent his rage
And now
without worrying
ASAP
about
Ferg
it.
and Ankh-Morpork are in a heated debate about whether or not timeouts are allowed in NLTP. And as this happens, Duke Hero gets a beautiful snipe through the gate.
It was incredibly
Ankh-Morpork has
interesting.
a pretty diplomatic solution right here.
Yep, I think he is doing the right thing. That is accurate. I mean, I'm sure neither of them are trying to cheat or anything, so they both sincerely believe what is going on. And therefore, I think his proposed solution is good. If there's such a rule, we just remake into 9 minutes. Makes sense.
Schweddy's had some nice jukes, but doesn't quite make it out. Trendy Grub, oh my god, Trendy Grub almost split Dennett and Jukeball Hero. And as I say that, Ukilum survives getting out of base with a rolling bomb. And if his team can get the return, this might be a cap. He's going to have to use it or lose it right now. He uses it to return, but unfortunately, there are 2 Whitecaps in his base.
Shreddy's in a tough spot right now. And E forced to go back into base.
Oh, E is in the game. I guess I was wrong.
He does get returned, though. And both teams are going to reset. Power-ups are coming relatively soon, probably within the next 10 seconds. Forget that, within the next second.
Okay, apparently both flags have to be back for a sub to happen? Question mark.
For a
what,
sub to happen? For a timeout to
think
happen?
so.
For a timeout to happen, rather.
Yeah, subs
Mac
you
Daddy
can
in the
live sub
Twitch chat
anytime.
is what's telling
You
us.
should be able to live sub anytime. Oh, kill him. Gets a great boost, and it looks like this might be a cap. Oh, kill him! Another tight cap. This is his second cap so far this series so far that's been really, really tight. And if
Choder has a
can-
chance. No, he doesn't.
he could go through the spikes, he might have beaten 4. Wow, so the game's tied now. Both teams are tied at 1 cap with 6 minutes remaining in the game. If Whitecaps loses this, they're out. Number 1 seed in Blue Division. So they absolutely need to tie or win this. A tie would bring them to
Kill
sudden
him
death
comes
overtime,
in,
if I'm not
triple
mistaken.
block.
To be
Totally
fair,
misses.
if there are timeouts, we'll have to go back to 9 minutes.
And I'm sorry, Top, I have to interrupt you. Ukilum with another great cap right there. I have to say credit to defense right there, because Ukilum did miss the boost, but the blocks are so good that he could come back and on the rebound get the cap.
He had 3 people blocking a single guy. It's incredibly hard to get around something like that.
Not sure if that spike was intentional by Schweddies, because Dennett has the rolling bomb. But Dennett escapes with the rolling bomb. He goes through the gate. Risky, but it works. And ASAP Ferg just dodging that that return right there just in time, because that would have been a cap for Dennett otherwise. And Dennett makes his way. He jukes past 3. Oh, is he split? He's... Oh, you tried one too many fakes.
SpongeBob with a
Both
really
teams
nice
have a
move
player on
there.
regrab. Ukilum with a nice button return. Not quite sure what ASAP Ferg was looking for there. SpongeBob, he just misses the rolling bomb right there on his way.
Again, according to Twitch chat, after timeout is called, they play until both flags have been returned. So it looks like none of this even matters. Which arguably actually ends up... it does end up helping the Whitecaps. I mean, yeah, right, Whitecaps, because...
Yeah, because they were winning before the timeout was called, and now they're losing.
I mean, Ebola's in here, right? He's our resident rules expert. Oh, he's muted and deafened himself, though. Ebola, we need you if you're watching you. We need you to unmute and undeafen.
Our resident rules correspondent. And Schweddies, okay, aside from all this controversy, Schweddies does make his way out of base with a very nice ball control, going through those spikes. E does get the regrab, though. And he might try to go for that juke juice. Ukilum was going to leave it for Schweddies, but didn't want to risk it. He makes his way past both. If I were Schweddies right there, I would have just gone for the kiss. Then again, Dennett is on regrab. He's holding the gate. They get the return. And Schweddies is just patiently waiting. He doesn't have to do anything right now. He just has to hold it for the next, 3 minutes. That might be a bit ambitious, but right now they just need to be patient.
Yeah, special shout out to Demon Deacon in chat. He actually linked a post to the rules that does in fact allow timeouts.
So it looks like everybody's leaving the game. They're gonna go back. Go back to 9
I do
minutes.
think he is way out of line here.
I mean, regardless of who's wrong,
I don't know why.
you shouldn't there's no reason to call language.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to be resetting back to approximately 9 minutes of play. Did it happen at the 9 minute mark?
Yeah.
Yep, it did.
Somewhere
So we
around
played
there.
5 minutes.
Oh yeah, slightly after, because they just picked up 2 tag pros. I do remember that.
So that was a very interesting half. We'll see if it plays out similarly, because I think if they go back to 9 minutes, the Whitecaps were still winning 1-0 at that point instead of losing 2-1.
Yeah. Dino calling out Onk in the Twitch chat. Twitch chat wants to see what a group chat looks like right now.
What did Dino say?
Basically just F you, Onky. Oh, Dino is calling out both of them. There you go. That was
So far, E has apologized to Rectal Rangers 3D. They're asking if they can do Sphere.
Don't lie. That never happened.
He did.
Oh wait, was it back in the yellow chat if you were watching it? Okay, I went back to group.
No, it's in...
Can we do Spear? Yeah, BRB 1 sec. Not sure how Origin is for you guys. Spear is fine. Thanks. Oh, there you go. Apologies for getting angry.
Yeah,
So we didn't
apologies
apologize
Rectal Rangers 3D as well.
for
So
what he said.
Probably just getting a bit heated in the moment. His team
Yeah.
was losing. And he couldn't get what he was looking for, which was legally allowed a timeout. So everything's back in order now. Looks like we'll be switching to Sphere, so just bear with us here. This is quite the game. Caps and controversy.
Drama. So much drama in the playoffs.
Trying to think of an alliteration with drama. What
Drama
word starts with
llama.
P?
Yeah, Dino beat you to it. That's not really alliteration, though. It's just a rhyme.
I think
They're
we're
switching to
switching to
Sphere.
Sphere. So hopefully they send the streamers a link.
Reef Seeds calling out Shazebra in the Twitch chat. It's live right now. Only one of them can win. We'll see who it is.
Who's he calling out?
Shazebra.
Alright, Top, make sure you get in this group this time.
I still don't see it. Oh wait, I do. Oh shit, I'll scroll up.
You just blind, Top?
Alright, you're in. You're safe. It's all good.
I now need a high blood pressure medication.
Props to E for apologizing. I'm not going to type it in chat because I don't feel like it. But Top is basically all over Onk right now because Onk was so chill.
Okay, Top, you did your diplomat's work so far. Yeah, I don't think you need to justify your position any further.
So, again, something we're trying to do, if anybody in Twitch chat doesn't know, is with the new Steam sale, we're trying to get together and get a bunch of games or whatever, I think, for the Tag Pro community. So, if you aren't on Steam or were unaware of this, there actually is a link in Reddit.
Talk to us about power-ups, Liquid.
Alright, well, so far each team gets the same power up in base, the rolling bomb, and there's a Tag Pro in mid. As I mentioned earlier, the almighty Tag Pro. I think the team that gets it first might be at a serious advantage. And it looks like Choder gets the better spawn for it, and he will get it first. He beats Schweddies to it. And they have Tag Pro and rolling bomb, which could be very good for a grab. Although Schweddies does well to defuse the bomb. Choder just getting tags after tags.
Oh wow, that was
And
a
kill him.
shame.
Credit to him, he got a grab 1v2.
And as the Tag Pro leaves, it's oh wow, Choder's doing really well then. Yeah, reminder, the score is still 1-0 for the Whitecaps. Essentially that half that we just watched never really counted because of timeout rules.
So nice boost by Trendy Grub. He gets ahead of two defenders. And if he can get the blocks here, can he? Oh my god, that was so close.
Yes, we are currently watching Game 2, Half 2. For in the 1 minute was like nobody had scored before the timeout was called, I believe.
Yeah, thanks, BAllstar, for clearing all that up for us. It was quite a confusing situation. So Choder, is he going to go back to base? He's
Twitch
smart
chat
to
wants me to
avoid it,
center
and
the
he managed to
screen.
avoid Ukilim. He's going to go for the kiss. Trendy Grub gets the regrab.
Juke ball. Good positionally, knowing where he should sit.
Not sure if that's the right position, though, because if the player were to go out of base on the inside, or further away from the boost, he would be completely out of position, no boost to catch up. And if he did use the boost, he'd be boosting backwards.
Yeah, true.
It is a risky position, but it did work out for him. Choder looks like he might be either typing or lagging out.
Oh,
and
Trendy
Shreddy's-
with a city grab, giving up his team's power up control.
Now Shreddy's comes in. Tag Pro with a Juke Juice combined with a regular Juke Juice. This is going to
I
be a
believe
good
you call
chance.
that Spider-Man? Is that what it is?
No. Stop making up dumb names for things that don't need dumb names.
I'm calling it Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm lagging out, obviously. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. I'll keep doing the play-by-play. So both teams are going to try to reset here after a couple of good grabs, but just couldn't quite make it out of base for the Rectal Rangers. And Trendy Grub and Choder just wrestling with Jukeball Hero and Dennett. Meanwhile, Ukilim jukes his way out of base. E gets the boost, he manages to catch up. That's been a recurrent theme so far. E's managed to get those boosts to catch up. Hasn't been caught out of position that much. Credit to him for that. Trendy Grub gets the regrab. He's going to go spikes. Definitely comfortable doing that. Mid power up is spawning right now, so Ukilim probably can get it. Oh, unlucky, it's a tag pro. E gets the rolling bomb for the regrab, and Trendy Grub might try to get the juke juice. Oh, he doesn't. E has the rolling bomb. If he tags Ukilim, that could be his own self-return. Can't do it though. And Ukilim is has the whole Whitecaps bearing down on him. Shweddy's on regrab with juke juice.
E's rolling bomb runs out at that exact moment when he tries to
A lot of lucky
deploys it.
positions so far. I find that lots of boosts have been thwarted by just a player being at the right place at the right time. So,
Hey, that's skill, okay? Maybe they're just much better than us. So we can't see the trends that they are seeing. What?
Oh,
Shreddy didn't expect himself to be alive, so he stopped moving.
Yeah, he could have made it away. But he just surprised himself.
I think
Oh,
that was
this is-
supposed to be a handoff, but it didn't quite work out that way. And Choder
Choder.
gets a boost sequence that I'm not sure he was trying to achieve, but he managed to get it, and now he's ahead of 2. His team doesn't have the right block though, and he just dies right in base. Trendy Grub has the regrab with a rolling bomb. This will be powerful for his team. He can avoid
this is
that to
definitely
be
a
cap, and that is cap number 2 for the Whitecaps. They're now ahead 2-0. This is completely different from the story of the failed half, probably in part because their team was lagging out, so they were at a disadvantage.
Yeah, obviously they wanted to time out.
Yeah, and it did serve them well. I mean, instead of being down 1, they're now ahead by 2 with 4 minutes remaining. We're going to have to see something special from the Rectal Rangers if they want to salvage this. And Trendy Grub, again, ahead of 2. He has 2 players blocking. Can Dennett stay in position? Oh, Dennett does a good return. Ukilim grabs the flag, tries to split, doesn't work. And now, after a couple flaccid grabs, we're in the same situation with Choder coming into base and Dennett and Shweddy's being blocked. And Dennett comes out with a great grab and a great kiss. Dennett, he's been really clutch this half.
Again, I
two
think,
flacids.
is this the 3rd or 4th time in a row when it was only 2 to beat?
Oh, Trendy Grub probably could have gone low and maybe escaped the blocks. And Shweddy's is coming in. He gets all the power-ups. He's been really good about power-up control this half.
Yeah, we'll see if
Grabs out Agros.
Trendy finally sees the bomb and gets it.
This might be powerful if they don't get the button. Good snipe by Ukilim. Just gets rid of that bomb. Back to square one. Trendy just has to stay alive now. If he can waste time, the more time he wastes, the better it is for his team. And Shweddy's stays alive in the clutch right there. If he died, that would have been a cap for Trendy. Decides to kiss and jukeball flacids Ukilim. If he dies, that's probably a cap. Oh, and his teammate tries to snipe, kills himself, and
What?
kill him. Oh man, this might be a cap actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that a poor move by SpongeBall. He saw that Killam was waiting for the boost and just sort of
Shweddies saves the day right there. He does a great cutback on the stairs, and if he hadn't done that, he would have been tagged, and that would have been another cap for the Whitecaps. So instead of being down by 2, now they're only down by 1.
I was gonna call a very nice noob spike there. I forgot who it was and who it was on, but you know, whatever.
It's just now a 1 cap game.
Yep.
Killam grabs the rolling bomb. Choder gets the regrab. He's going to try to escape spikes probably, although he does attempt a split instead. That doesn't work, and it looks like rolling bomb just ran out as soon as he got tagged, unless I saw that wrong.
No, you saw it correctly. That's what I saw too.
It's either bad luck or bad timing. But, either way, he's dead. And Shweddies gets the regrab. Dennett blocking Trendy. It looks like that's been a recurring theme. Rectal Rangers have been instructed to block. Oh, Shweddies gets past him, but doesn't have the momentum correct.
He should have tried to use the stairs to stop himself right there, but still a very good flat carry. I think Dennett's strategy really is paying off because they're down and they need those resets.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they lose by more. It's a playoff game. There's no more stats to deal with or cap differential or anything like that. Well, this is a very good chance.
He's ahead of 3, although he missed the boost again, and that costs him. The players need to get better at getting those boosts because they keep missing them, and it just costs them a cap right there.
It is worth it to slow down a little bit just to clip the boost. It's not really about getting away faster. It's more about denying your opponents, the defenders, that boost.
Yeah. Great grab by Killam, just touches the defender ever so slightly. He gets the angle perfectly, pulls a Pythagorean theorem on him, and gets the return.
I like that.
Maybe that'll be my new saying, pulls a Pythagorean.
He's got the hypotenuse of moves. Oh crap.
Oh, this is
That sounded better in my head.
This is quickly running out of time. 22 seconds left. Not mathematically impossible, but...
And Choder gets a tag throw in base. That, yeah, I don't think there's any way that Rectal Rangers can salvage this.
Okay, and
with a nice
that's
hold, but
officially
it's too little too late.
out of time.
And so it's a split series then. Whitecaps take this to the game 2-1 thanks to their special timeout calling.
Well,
and
no,
NLTP
we
rules.
can't put it like that. That is a legit timeout
I
calling.
know, it was a legit timeout rule. I'm well aware there's going to be a lot of drama about this and a lot of salt for a lot of time to come. But we talked over him, but I think Nqoba said that Soviet ballers beat somebody in their playoff rounds.
Tag reflex?
Tag reflex. Do we have an exact score? Oh, in overtime. So it's probably a pretty decent series.
So how does this, what server are we gonna play on? Play OT on?
Probably whatever one they like. Most likely Sphere, since the Whitecaps were the origin team. We're looking like lineups are going to be kept the same going into overtime. Whitecaps, quite a showing. Like 10 people in their mumble group. Rectal Rangers with about 6. So it is still possible for there to be some substitutes around.
So Ukilin pulling a KGB and going to piss.
Well,
For their game
to be
KGB,
fair,
all their players had to go take a bathroom break. So
to be fair, Shweddy's just said that they're doing lines of coke, so that might not be what Killen's actually doing in the bathroom. Onk's making biscuits, and those could either be cookies or actually biscuits, depending on which nationality you are. I kind of hope they're cookies, but whatever.
You know those biscuits that what is it called? Louisiana chicken?
Chicken
Popeyes, yes.
biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, Popeyes chickens biscuits are not biscuits. Who the hell calls those things biscuits?
I don't know. I've never been to a Popeyes.
So their biscuit is basically like this yellow thing that is round. Okay, which is not a huge problem, but it tastes more like a salty cookie than a biscuit. You know, it's not crunchy. Like it's not crunchy. It's like kind of soft, like a.
Like
to
bread?
me, biscuits are the like really crispy ones, and the cookies are softer generally, but they can be crispy as well. But calling
Cookies
something
are made of dough and have like chocolate chips in them.
Yep.
Top.
Yep.
Biscuits are made of, also dough, but they're like more bread-like.
No.
So, yeah, biscuits are made of bread. You put butter on them.
No, wait. So, okay, I'm gonna show you guys pictures. To me, I know what you're talking about. To me, this is a biscuit. To you guys,
What? That's like a candy of
That's-
some kind.
to you guys,
It's not a biscuit.
that's a biscuit. To you, I know
It's
what
not
you
a
guys think a
biscuit.
biscuit is.
Yeah,
To
you
you
think
guys-
that, you
to you
think
guys,
that
this is a
biscuits are
biscuit.
biscuits.
Do you guys? Oh, go fuck yourself. This is what you
Yeah,
guys
that's
think
a
of biscuits.
biscuit.
That's not a fucking biscuit. It's
It's a
bread.
biscuit. Just because you put the name on something doesn't mean that's what it
didn't-
is.
I did
Just because you
not put the
stamp
name on
biscuit
that.
on a cookie, on like one of those
Not a
wafer
cookie.
cookies, does not make it a biscuit.
Oh my
Alright, I don't know about you
God.
guys, but this is what I think is a biscuit.
See, that's reasonable because that's a doggy biscuit. If you don't specify, then
Yeah,
it
I'm
could be
okay.
up to
I'm
like
okay
whatever.
with that being a biscuit.
Yeah, like that's fine.
There you go. Everybody agrees with this. This is the new definition of biscuit.
Okay, what do you
No.
call this? What do you call this, BAllstar?
I call it a Wikipedia page.
Oh,
A nice cookie.
I was gonna say
it's
cookie,
a
yeah.
biscuit.
That's a cookie. There's no way that's a
Holy
biscuit.
shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ugh.
What does
North
Twitch chat have to
Americans are
say?
so stupid.
No. Top trying to sway his
I'm pretty sure I'll never convince the rest of the Twitch chat because they're all also from North America. But you guys are wrong and I'm right, so suck it.
So literally everyone in North America is wrong. Is that what you're saying, Top?
Yep. I had the same argument with my friends in Toronto. To be fair, we went to eat Popeyes, yeah, like the chicken and gravy thing. I mean, biscuit and gravy thing, and I had such a long argument with them, trying to convince them that's not a biscuit. Unfortunately, I was shouted down and never permitted to play the GameCube again. So I repented and pretended to them that, oh my god, wow, such pros suck my dick. Oh man. Ugh. Oh, the game is starting.
Alright, we got a rolling bomb and two juke juices.
2, 1.
Pretty disappointing first round of power-ups.
Told their managers to keep his rolling bomb alive. Shreddy just shaving him, and oh, Shreddy gets out. This could be real scary. Trendy with the grab and the juke juice. He's probably gonna be able to get out of here. Am I deafened or something? I can't hear any of you guys.
Oh crap!
Oh, I'm talking to Slip about playing Left 4 Dead.
I was muted. Damn. All right. What I was saying is I was impressed at how Shweddies was able to stay alive in base so long with 3 opponents in there, and SpongeBall does well to grab right there. Manages to stay alive just long enough to get kill him out of base.
A very crazy first couple of minutes, to be honest.
And
That
Ukilim
was
locks
very
into a
intense.
rolling bomb. If they can get the return here, maybe that's a cap. Maybe not.
Oh, trendy.
Bad luck boosts. And Shweddies has a regrab with rolling bomb. He's ahead of
That's a
2. He's ahead of 3.
very
And he
nice
has a rolling
chance.
bomb. This is probably a cap. This is a cap.
Rectal
So-
Rangers take the lead.
Yeah, overtime 1-0. And overtime is only 1 half, 1 10-minute half. So this is quite different from regular
Actually,
games.
it's 2 5-minute halves.
Oh, they're gonna play 2 5-minutes after all? I thought they opted not to.
Well, seeing how we're in minute 3, I'm gonna say it's a 5-minute half.
No, time has just gone really fast.
Is this because they were planning to play on 2 different servers, or just
I
for the
think
heck
so,
of it?
yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think it might be because this map is 45.
Oh yeah, they won the red-blue color difference in the map.
Yep.
That's a good point.
We'll kill them. Probably gonna wait for some power-ups. Nice attack
Ukilim,
roll.
I have to say I'm really impressed with Ukilim's power-up control so far.
I would say I would think that he should just take it and go because he has attack pro in his base right now. Shreddy. I mean, they are in the lead right now. No reason for them to give up the regrab.
Just go. He has the button with attack
Oh,
throw.
trendy grab. I mean, sorry. The red defense just completely forgot that if the flag is not in base, you can't get the return. Oh,
Can't
and
get a
Oh,
cap.
trendy is
Trendy
ahead
grab
of
looks like
everybody.
this is going to be a
He
cap.
has it for sure.
Nice play by Trendy Grub. That may be a lack of positioning by the Rectal Rangers right there. Is E lagging as well again?
He did do something rather dumb right before he died, so that's a possibility.
Time out. All right.
Calling timeout. 2-minute mark.
So with 2 minutes left in the first half of overtime, the score is 1-1. Timeout has been called.
And Ank just PM'd the channel saying that it is because of red-blue color differences that they are planning to do 2 5-minute halves.
So BAllstar just said that he was going to go pull a KGB and go P as well, so that we shouldn't address him. So BAllstar, what's been your take on this half? Can't respond. Do you have any questions for BAllstar, Top?
Also, do you have a sister?
If you say nothing, we'll assume that you do.
Is your sister hot?
Same thing. Alright, real mature stuff going on Nqoba TV. What's been your take on this 3 minutes of gameplay? It's hard to do any analysis on 3 minutes, really.
Very intense. Both teams came out firing, and I think that Rectal Rangers stronger right now. I personally think that Rectal Rangers looks better because they dare to grab. They dare to grab, so they create chances and they put the opponents on the back foot. But their chasing is not as good as Whitecaps. So they are good in different parts of the game, and also neither team is very good at really knowing when to come in for the score. Sometimes 45 is not when offensive defense is present. 45 is not too easy to score on, but 45 is very easy to have a regrab chain on. So I feel like they're just not taking enough risks.
I feel like the only player who really is taking lots of risks so far is Nqoba. He's always going there, and he's gotten 2 last-second caps where he gets the flag, or he gets onto his own flag tile right before the enemy grabs. And so he's had some pretty clutch decision-making in terms of coming in for caps. But apart from that, as you said, it seems like they're going the more conservative route and looking for a clear-cut opportunity. And there have only been like 3 or 4 of those, and that's why we've only seen this few caps.
Yep, I think on 45 you have to make your own opportunities as long as you have a regrab. So just go for it, trusting your ball control, trusting your teammates blocking, and hey, even if it doesn't work out, you get a regrab. The opponents still don't dare to make a move, and that's just perfect for you.
Yeah, if you can, play a bit more risky, especially now that it's overtime. Try to get those regrab trains going. Because right now the guy on regrab, he's doing nothing for minutes on end.
I have to say that the cap where Whitecaps equalized, maybe 30 seconds before we timed out, that was pretty much just due to Rectal Rangers having not good enough communication. No one knew that the flag carrier was going to die, but they, instead of going the chase on one of their chasers and going to the opponent's flag, I think he would have been able to make it if he took the top half instead of the bottom one. They both decided to chase him from bottom when the flag carrier died. There was just no coming back, you know?
I noticed that happening a couple times, and just for your information, all the tag throws are spawner. All the power-ups are tag throws. And Rectal Rangers get 2 of the 3. They get all 3 tag throws.
They must be lagging out. There's no way that that's bad. I think.
Well,
now, the disadvantage of having 3 tag throws is whoever grabs doesn't know where everyone's spawning. If Dennett can hold the button here with the tag throw, tag throw runs out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Nqoba goes the risky route.
Nope,
Looks like he's in prime position to be sniped by E right here.
Okay, so he must be lagging out. He must be lagging out. That was terrible.
It was an interesting event.
I think
really
Wu killed him is
Nqoba
severely confused by what E is doing.
Yeah.
He's like, huh.
Oh, nice by SpongeBob. That just shows the veteran experience that he has as the reigning top DGAS player in NLTP.
Whitecaps have a very good Whitecaps has a very, very good reset strategy. One cover inside, one cover top gate, and that's pretty much how it works, you know? Unless you get an easy reset and sponge ball.
Oh,
not really sure why
it's caught in the gate.
Went with that. This could be a chance for Sweaties if he can make it around. Oh no, gonna have to take a lap or kill himself. That's fine too.
They have a free regrab though with all 4 of the Whitecaps in their base, so 13 seconds left. This is either make it or break it. Yeah, we're gonna see a 1-1 first half of overtime.
2, 1.
And really not much action, only 4 returns in the whole 2 minutes. And red team, which is the Rectal Rangers, they held for 1:37 of those 2 minutes. There were only 20 seconds where they weren't holding the flag, compared to blue team, Whitecaps, only had 10 seconds of hold in those 2 minutes. So I think it's quite clear that Rectal Rangers have the momentum going into half number 2.
Come on. I don't like waiting. It was only 5 minutes too. Yeah, I'm not sure if you could hear Nqoba, but shout out to everybody that's watching the stream right now. You guys rock.
I need to scroll up to check the discussion on biscuits.
I mean, I don't know why you would. Everybody was in mutual agreement that you're an idiot.
Oh my god.
Wait, I did not partake in this discussion. I'm not. You don't put words in my mouth, buddy. Although, for the record, Top's an idiot.
Thanks, everybody.
Although, for the record, he's not. I love you, Top.
I love
Yeah.
you too.
You're a cool guy, even if your biscuit stance is completely wrong.
Even with all your biscuit propaganda, we like you.
This is the difference between English-speaking people and American English-speaking people.
Yeah, this is the difference.
It's all in the biscuit.
Not
This is how the
aluminium,
biscuit crumbles.
not fish and chips. Biscuits.
Oh, well, you guys call it... Well, the thing is that, for some weird reason, wherever McDonald's exists, people call chips fries. So you just have to got to get used to it, you know?
Because chips are chips, fries are fries.
No, you see, chips are chips when they're in a bag. Chips
Yes, I
are
agree.
potato chips, are potato fries when they're with fish.
What?
Fish and chips, we're not talking about fish and potato chips, we're talking about fish and french fries, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in Britain, if I'm not
I was
mistaken,
confused
chips
because Top
is
just
fries.
incredibly Top just repeated everything I just said, and I was like waiting for him to contradict something, but it all made sense.
It does make sense. I mean, I'm used to calling chips fries because of McDonald's.
All right, keep talking about this, and we're going to alienate all our viewers. The game's starting in 5
Not
seconds.
really. I mean, they're Americans, so they'll just agree that Top's being
They're all rooting
dumb.
for BAllstar
Yeah.
in what is the most racist Tag Pro stream yet.
If
So
this
each
is
team
really
gets a
the,
juke juice in their base. Middle
not
is
even that
Tag Pro. We've
racist.
seen this a lot.
Mirror power-ups, so I like this.
Blue
It makes-
team is Rectal Rangers, red team is Whitecaps, just for the record. And it looks like blue team has better spawns for that middle Tag Pro. Just have to see what ends up happening. Yep. Nqoba gets there first, but just barely. And unfortunately, his partner spikes himself. Shweddies is going to have to take a few more seconds to come back. And he misses the boost again. I feel like the main difference between MLTP and NLTP play on 45 is that NLTP has been way more comfortable taking the spikes, the spike route, whereas MLTP have been way more comfortable using the top boosts to get out of base on offense.
I mean,
No,
in the game I played, we went I go through spikes all the time.
This could very well
It's
be a
super
cap. Let's see
easy.
what Nqoba can do.
Trendy. Oh, I love those saves.
Perhaps a little bit of a bad decision by the blue flag carrier because there was no way he was gonna make it.
I mean,
Kill
he had a
him
decent chance,
right on
actually.
time with the power up control. It's going to spawn right now. And Shweddies gets his power up as well on his way. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it worked out. Now they're going to have another shot at the Juke Juice Tag Pro combo. Get the gate, go through gate. There you go.
Oh,
No.
ASAP almost beat him.
Shweddies didn't want to take the risk, probably a smart choice, but now that lets E catch up, get back into blocking position. It's going to take something special, use those boosts maybe. Again, as you're talking about Top, lots of more conservative play by the offensive player.
Yep, very, very conservative plays by both teams on defense as well. They are very,
Yeah, if
very
you look right
conservative.
now, all 4 of the Whitecaps are covering their zone. It looks like they've been trained about this. They know where each person is going to be. They know what section of the map each person is covering. Is he going to go gate? Yeah, but E covers him. And now Trendy grabs ahead of 3.
Let's
But
see how
Shweddies
Freddy
gets the
responds
free
to this
regrab.
because that's very important.
Smart play by Shweddies right there. Nqoba picks up the rolling bomb and the juke juice. Maybe he can go and try to get... Oh,
Oh,
he
damn
misses.
it! Can he make it? No, he
Oh,
can't.
oh my god.
What a turn of
That
events.
was so lucky.
Oh, man.
I think what ended up happening was Nqoba boosted in with the rolling bomb. It boosted a red player into the gate when Dennett had a free pass to go through the gate. That ended up returning him, and it caused a cap for the Whitecaps.
Yep.
But now it looks like Ank is calling a timeout. His turn.
His turn.
It's the third timeout we've seen so far.
Time to go pee.
Well, yeah, it's going to be interesting, too, because that timeout was called at about 2:30. So are they going to round up? Oh, yeah, it looks like they're going to round up. And just give them, artificially create 30 seconds so that they have a better chance. Yeah, 1-0 for the Whitecaps. And last overtime was tied, correct?
The prevalence of pee breaks in this game is perhaps overshadowing.
I'm not sure if the timeout was actually called for a pee break, but if that's the case, that's hilarious. Alright, looks like Shweddy's was having trouble, was struggling, and so they're gonna bring in Stanfordite. Wait. Is that what it is? Is that really why?
No, I'm just making shit up.
Oh, looks like they're subbing out Shweddy's for Stanfordite.
So they're taking out Shweddy's, who I believe is the captain for NLTP next season. I think he's the one who wants to roll with a 4 offense strategy. And if any of his offensive players are as good as he's been this series, then he's going to have a pretty powerful team. Stanford, though, is no slouch. I've played with him in pubs before. He is a very smart player. So let's see how this pans out for them. They have 3 minutes to play.
3.
Rather
2
terrible
rolling bombs
spawns
and
for
a Jujutsu
Whitecaps.
spawn.
No, what you guys doing? Trendy, despite getting the worst spawn, manages to get middle. There's a rolling bomb juke juice combo, which can be pretty dangerous. Oh, E with a beautiful
gets a good
read.
return, gets 2 returns, and if ASAP Ferg's out of here, this is a cap.
Just clips the corner and couldn't quite make it out of base.
See, Stanford, I like his boosts. He only has 2.5 minutes to showcase them, but I think he might, if he managed to get those boosts out of the base, his team could be pretty well off.
He wants to be the guy right now.
He has to be the guy right now, pretty much. Shweddy's was their guy before this, and so...
Ukilim was
great judgment.
gutsy
Great judgment
play.
by Ukilim, and he spikes himself with the boost.
Let's see if they need to take their chances, to be honest.
Yeah, they need the block here. Just block him into a spike.
Nice play, very, very nice play. Oh no,
Oh,
Trendy
that's
Grub
gonna
gets
hurt.
attack pro. But Trendy Grub, this is a mistake by Trendy Grub, I'm very sure of it. He needs to stay in base and make sure that the blocks don't work out at all! What a cap!
Oh, Ukilim, another slim cap. Just manages to get it right on the edge.
Let's
And
see what
Stanfordite,
Stanfordite
no, don't go
does
back
here.
to the base, because this
Can
could be a cap.
Stanford-
Oh, Stanfordite
Yeah.
stays alive.
Stanfordite,
Can he stay alive
please.
long enough to help his team? He can. Wow, that was good by
Oh,
Stanfordite.
Just
It was
long enough.
maybe a bit of a strange decision to go into base. Maybe there was lack of communication there, but he did stay alive long enough to help his team prevent the cap. That was a good job. But I have to say, let's get back to Ukilim's cap right there. That was a classic case of taking a risk and it paying off. And they had the regrab, so he could afford to take that risk. And as you said, I think Trendy Grub's decision to go for the tag pro and keep chasing after that is probably what ended up costing them the cap.
I mean, that is a very advanced call to make. To be in position, in very good position for chasing, and know you have 2 people in the backup spot to help you chase, and still not take it. But that, in the end, I feel was not the right call.
Oh, that's interesting. Did they get the return here? Can they get the return? Oh, ASAP Ferg just dodging everybody. Stanfordite, he's going to try to stay alive. I would have gone out of the base right there, but he stays in. He tries to split them, can't quite do it. Ukilim gets the clutch regrab. Spongeball, is he going to go spikes? He survives the spikes. Ukilim gets the smart kiss because the Whitecaps don't have a clear-cut regrab. Although it is Trendy Grub, he almost manages to split them. Now, Dennett,
This is good.
he's ahead
This
of
is
3.
really scary again.
Dennett gets a good boost, but
No.
Stanfordite is in his way, and that gives enough time for the Whitecaps to catch up. Dennett just slips past ASAP Ferg. slips past Trendy Grub, but E has the flag, and it's not going to happen. He's going to have to take a lap. With 5 seconds left, it looks like we're going to go to double overtime.
This is the first double overtime of any playoff so far, I think, right?
Nope.
No,
NLTP has had one already.
minor league antagonists made it to double overtime and prevailed.
Oh, I'm dumb then. What else is new?
You're wrong about biscuits.
No, that's just wrong, not new. It looks like Ishweti's being put back in. Oh, please. Man, these have been some really long pee breaks.
I do feel that in playoff games there should be no sudden death, especially on a map like 45.
BAllstar has no patience. Game will start now. So who is the captain of the Whitecaps?
That'll be E.
E is the captain of the Whitecaps.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He's
also
one
a
of the
player for them.
few. Yeah, he's one of the few player captains for NLTP, and from what I've heard, he has been extremely good leader.
Yeah,
I
I know I
his
see him
team
on the
loves him.
subreddit all the time. He seems to be really involved in the community, so I'm not surprised to see him being quite successful with his NLTP team. He definitely has the interest. Dedication as well.
And here we go.
T minus 10 seconds. Well, 10 seconds till we enter the game.
And then 10 seconds from that point on.
20.
Well, because you never join at 20, though.
No, well, it's 10 seconds until the next 10 seconds until the next 10 seconds.
My
See,
screen's
look, I
black.
joined at 18.
Why
So-
is my screen black?
Red team gets a juke juice, blue team gets a tag bro, and middle is another juke juice. Blue team, who are the Rectal Rangers 3D, again. We're going to be seeing probably a bit more out there play, because I don't think the players want to keep playing after this. Probably already burnt out. They played the equivalent of 3 overtime. This is the equivalent of their 3rd overtime, because they practically played a whole game with that whole timeout situation. And it looks like Nqoba might have a cap right here to start the game.
Right off the
He
bat.
does. Oh, he does not. That was a premature call. Wow. And it looks like I'll be eating my words there. Trendy Grub. I just missed right there. But who got the grab? Was it ASAP Ferg? I think ASAP got the grab just in time.
Yeah.
Trendy just making Daniel look
Really
stupid.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Except for
Trendy
that-
Grub.
Is what?
Stanfordite's lagging out, I think.
Timeout.
Oh
Are you
my
serious?
god.
But was the
Are you
flag
kidding me?
out?
Yeah, flag was out.
Let's see how
But
they
I'm pretty
resolve
sure
this one.
he said okay, so...
Yeah, he said okay and then left, I think.
1-0 Whitecaps, I believe.
Yeah, 1-0 Whitecaps.
So they could have realistically been 2-0 at this point, but
Although Ant claims he waited for the cap to happen to call timeout, and I guess just because he had immediate regrab, it was at the time it was posted, the other team had the flag, but probably when he was typing it, the other team didn't. But it doesn't matter. He said that he claimed like he's okay with it. It's just going to be 1-0 score. So we restart with 4 minutes remaining. Whitecaps are up 1-0 in double overtime. With 9
And this
minutes
is the
left
first
to play.
half of that. Okay. I was just
4
checking.
4 minutes. 4 minutes left in this half.
4 minutes in the half, and then a whole second half to come. A whole 5-minute second half. This
Will
is
this be the
one of the
first game to go
strangest
to
games I've
triple
ever
overtime?
witnessed. The sheer amount of timeouts and
Dino
overtimes and 5-minute halves and 2-minute halves that we've seen are off the charts. I wonder if lots of lagouts are due to the fact that we're playing sphere ball right now. Anyway, regardless, this is the first time so far that all 3 power-ups have been different. Whitecaps get a tag prone base. They also managed to get the juke juice in mid, whereas the Rectal Rangers are at a serious disadvantage with only a rolling bomb spawned in their base. Now they're going to be on the offensive defense right now. Trendy Grub would do best to just be patient, take a lap, and probably come back later.
Well, yeah, I mean, what I think should have happened was ASAP probably should have either tried to kill himself or get back to base and make
Ooh, kill him
his tag
just past
pro.
2, and ASAP Berg doesn't want to go cover that. Actually, if ASAP gets returned here, this is going to be a cap. But
Oh,
ASAP is
so
not
close.
returned. That was clutch by ASAP. He just had a great reading of the defensive players right there and managed to dodge them both. That was clutch because Ukilim was in position to get the cap if he were returned.
We'll kill them. Rody just doing the flag dancing right now. He is. I like his style. I really like his style.
Yeah, so far in this whole matchup, he's been really impressing me with his decision making and as well as his juking. Just the fact that he knows where to be, when to be, and he's able to pull it off with his good jukes.
Oh, and this is
Sweaty
Rody.
takes the
This
boost, takes both boosts, and this is going to be a cap. Overtime is tied up at 1-1. And Jukeball is coming, but Trendy Grub gets a triple kill. Triple kill.
I think
He
he
gets
was
spawned on.
Unfortunately, he dies, but he gets that triple kill with the flag and tag pro. And now
Such a
Jukeball
back
he
and
has
forth
3 to
game.
beat. He beats 2 of them, but he can't beat Trendy Grub. Trendy Grub with a great offensive defensive play right there. Dennett
Is
gets
that
a good
ASAP
button.
just running.
And now
straight
Schwetties
into
only
the
needs
gate?
2 to beat. Nobody on regrab. I would send somebody on regrab right now if I were them. Because now this gives time for the Whitecaps to reset. Ooh, kill him just waiting on power up right now. Decides to let Schwetties get it. He's going to try to go for red base power up. And he
Could
doesn't
be good
get
for
it.
his ball if he made it smoothly.
Schwetties gets the juke juice in mid. Spongeball does manage to get the rolling bomb, but it's not that much use on defense.
Interesting. His rolling bomb pushed E into the exact right position to get a defuse on the other rolling bomb.
Yeah. So both teams are playing good no grab B right now. Trendy Grub pushes players out of the way.
Nice nuke
Manages
spike.
to hold the button. Unfortunately, ASAP Ferg spikes himself in the spike field right there.
That's the second or third time that's happened for
He
ASAP.
inside outs them.
Nice split. Couldn't make it out though completely.
That's just experience showing there by Trendy Grub. He knows just how to dangle players around. And power-ups are spawning right now. Trendy Grub gets the rolling bomb, so does Kill him, and E is waiting on his base. So it looks like Whitecaps might have the edge here. Unless, Kill him gets the clutch steal for that tag pro. Now things are looking pretty good for the Rectal Rangers with 30 seconds left. If they get a cap here, this is the end. This is...
There's still 5 minutes
Schwetties
left of another
he's ahead of
overtime.
3, I believe,
But
right?
yeah.
He's ahead of 3. If this is
With
a
a
cap,
tag
this ends it. And this is a cap. This, my friends, he gets the cap with 20 seconds left in double overtime. is this the end of the first half or the end of the game?
End of the first half.
And he's going to put the Rectal Rangers 3D up 2-1 in the first half.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. That was a clutch ending to the half right there. With Schweddy's getting both caps, justifying his position on the roster after the sub out.
Poor Stanfordite.
Yeah, poor guy, just things weren't working out for him. He had to lag out again, I think. Or not lag out, but he had to get subbed out after
Probably had
lag
to go
out.
and pee or something.
Alright, so looks like after 5 minutes of double overtime, Rectal Rangers are ahead by 1, but we've seen this 1,000 times before. Every first half, one team has a 1 cap lead, and every second half, the opponents, I believe, have managed to... Wait, has that been the case? I think first
No.
game, never mind. Any team that's been leading in the first half has won so far. Except for first overtime. So I guess never mind. There haven't really been any trends regarding first half leads.
Oh right, it's 2-1 because of the first part of that timeout.
Yeah.
He is immediately regretting saying okay and leaving the game when he could be tied 2-2 right now.
Yeah, but then again, if he didn't say okay, who's to say that they would have capped? Because he said okay, and then the whole opposing team left.
True. And most of his own team too, I think.
Well, I think they still had 3 Whitecaps on the field, or at least 2.
Both
So, I
of
don't-
these teams have been evenly matched throughout every single half of this series. This is crazy.
Except
I've
for the
never
second
seen.
half of the first game. Second half of the first game was, I believe, Rectal Rangers seemed to really dominate that. Actually, that might not be the case. I think they won 3-2. So you're right. Every half has been, I think, a 1 cap half. Is that possible?
3, 2,
If it's a 3-2 lead, then no, that's literally impossible.
What? No, what
Alright,
meant
that
like
was
1
a
cap
confusing
difference.
start to the game. It seemed like some players were ready, others weren't. But in the end, the game started. And the Rectal Rangers get 2 power-ups, get out of base. Schweddy's is ahead of 2 players.
With
The
a
Trendy
tag
Grub
throw
has
in
a
his
tag
own
throw in
window,
base.
yeah.
Schweddy's just going to have to turn back.
E with a nice return.
Yeah.
And he's
but,
covering
Blue Killam's
boosts,
there for
but
the regrab.
yeah, Killam doesn't kill boosts.
Trendy and ASAP taking their positions on offensive defense like they have all game. Killam with a nice pullback on E. E who's been tracking Killam like a snake, doing really well. Except he decides to chase him around an obstacle.
What
And
did you
Killam
find
pulls it
Killam?
inside out. He only has Trendy Grub to beat, but can't beat him. Trendy Grub with a great return. And he actually grabs the flag. Can he make it out of base? Dennett reads him like a book. Schweddy seems to be stalling. I think he's going to go for power-ups, but E
Yeah, he's
reads
waiting
it.
for power-ups.
Nice by Schweddy's. If I were him, yeah, never mind.
ASAP kills his teammate. Manages to get out of spikes though.
We'll kill him. Great play right there. And he grabs the flag, gets out of base. He's ahead of 2, but nobody there to return on E. If they
Very,
return
very
him now, though,
dangerous
that's
for
a
E.
cap.
Oh,
And
wow.
that is a cap. Wow, Rectal Rangers are up 3-1 now in double overtime with 3 minutes to play. And they might be up 4-1 if it manages to cap this. Although, with 4 players bearing down on him, I don't think that's going to be the case. Schweddy's is on the regrab. And Schweddy's and Killam just carrying it up so far. Showing why they've managed to upset 2 of the big teams. Well, 1 of the big teams so far. And they're leading against the other big team. So far, they've faced off against the number 3 and number 1 seed in Blue Division. And it's possible that they'll beat both.
Well,
great underdog story if
Rectal
they pull this
Rangers
off.
did beat Whitecaps the last week of regular season. Like the caveat was Whitecaps didn't have a full lineup, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
But still,
But with a full lineup, the Whitecaps are a very dangerous team. You can never count them out like this. Ooh. Killam just kills himself right there, trying to get that rolling bomb. But Schweddy's is out. Ooh, kills himself as well. Tries to
Trying
take
to
away the boost
deny
from the
that.
opponents, which is a smart decision, but ends up spiking himself in the process.
Who killed them?
Who
Bomb is
kill
gonna
him
run out.
nearing the use it or lose it part of his rolling bomb, so he's gonna have to use it if he wants to. There you go. It runs out. Gonna have to juke E just conventionally without the aid of any performance-enhancing drugs, also known as power-ups. Shweddy's gets a nice juke on E, dodges him. ASAP Ferg is behind. Same with Spongeball. Trendy Grub's at behind. Now they only have E to B. They might get their 4th cap.
And E.
They do. Wow.
E pretty
This is
much
looking
just
dominating
gives
with
the
2 minutes
block to
left.
the other.
Rectal Rangers have just taken a 3 cap lead. Looks like they're all going on offensive defense right now.
Oh, but E is
Oh, did it! Keeps the game out of reach.
so clutch. Trendy is. Let's see if Trendy can make this happen. They're in a reasonably good position right now. But then the rolling bomb grabs. Oh, E tags him. One step closer for Whitecaps. Can they do this? Can they keep themselves relevant right now?
It's 3 to beat, but use the boost. Can't do it. ASAP Ferg has the regrab, and right now, the Rectal Rangers 3D are in a last-ditch effort to just salvage the
Whitecaps.
game. Well, I mean, the Rectal Rangers are playing 4 on offensive defense. They're not actually trying to grab. They just want to wait this one out, try to run the clock.
Oh, this is Trendy. Breaks
Oh, Trendy
just
Grub
in
with a nice
time.
patience rate there. Could have gotten killed. They get this return. This is a
And
cap.
that's the cap for them.
Wow. With 43 seconds left, this is a 2-cap game. Score is 4-2 in favor of Rectal Rangers, but with 38 seconds left, it's possible for a comeback. And ASAP Ferg,
ASAP Ferg.
can't quite make it. That might end up costing them.
And then Trendy.
And both
too.
of their offense suicide. It's going to take a Herculean effort if they want to catch up.
Nah, I don't think they have enough time.
21 seconds left. You can't count them out. Trendy Grub gets the grab. He has 3 to beat. Does he split them? Can't quite make it. Kill him just gets the last ditch tag. And E has a tag pro in base. If ASAP can make this, he can bring it within 1. He does bring it within 1. Caps with 6 seconds left, but it's too little too late, as the Rectal Rangers are set to upset the #1 seed in Blue Division, winning 4-3 in double overtime. What a dramatic game, guys.
Yeah. Very close there.
We got
That
to
was
applaud the effort
insane.
on both teams' part. Each of these halves have been so close. Heartbreaking for the Whitecaps. And Trendy Grub, very classy, showing lots of character. I'm writing in the team chat, or not team chat, but in the group chat, how amazing the game was, despite him losing it.
Yeah. And it's,
Classy
I mean,
move.
for the most part, Trendy did incredibly well.
Yeah. I think their whole team did incredibly well. I can't think of a player who performed below expectations in that game. A couple standout performers to me were Ukilim, who did really well with the flag. So did Shweddy. But then again, on defense, I thought E was a standout performer for the Whitecaps, and so was Trendy Grub on offense. So on all sides, everybody played really well, and it showed. All the scores were so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a shadow, like a bit of Private Major's style of defending. He is a very relentless chaser, and he has good momentum control. So very oftentimes he goes for those aggressive returns and he gets them.
Is this possibly the longest game ever played in Tag Pro history?
I don't know.
Because of all the timeouts and of the 9-minute half that had to be replayed? It's possibly the most amount of in-game Tag Pro ever played to decide a matchup.
I would have to agree with you. Like what I would say, it's probably the longest game of Tag Pro. I would
There
agree.
were 4 halves plus about 8 minutes or 7 minutes of gameplay during one of the halves that didn't count, plus 2 10-minute halves for overtime. So that's close to 70 minutes of play. Went down to the wire, but that was one hell of an entertaining game.
I mean, I left after the second half and had a 45-minute phone call and came back halfway through the last overtime. So
Guys,
That
I
could
think
speak
we
to how
we
long
should
that
go down
game
and
was.
talk to the players.
Or bring the players up. Do we want to interviews?
You probably can't find them. They're probably peeing.
Alright, let's bring in Dennett.
All right, you got this, BAllstar.
Because he was the first person that wasn't on that I actually saw.
Dennett, you are so thick.
I know. Gotta be thick.
You're on Nqoba TV right now.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Not much. We just saw you play a game right there. Play your heart out.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I thought it was gonna go forever, but we were able to pull it out, man.
Yeah.
So, Dennett, what do you think was the key for you guys?
We just had really good communication on working back when they had the flag in order to stop their regrab chain. I think that was a key to our victory.
Yeah, I also felt that like your team had a couple more clutch plays that ended up making it for you. Did you guys practice last-ditch efforts or have any specific strategies regarding 1v2 scenarios?
Some of that stuff just kind of evolved during the game because it was getting to the point near the end where we were like, we need to make moves when we get on this regrab chain. Just wait for the guy to get back for regrab and then just do something crazy, make something happen. And like, ooh, kill him's the man, juking everyone out. So it just helped us out a lot.
Yeah, we were mentioning that in the stream, how it seemed like everybody was playing a tad conservatively at the start of the game. And as the game developed, we were saying that it might be better to try more risky plays, and it definitely paid off for you guys with Ukilim and Shweddies coming up with some really clutch caps near the end there. How about timeouts? We saw, 4 or 5 timeouts in that game? How did that affect you guys, the flow of the game and all that?
It kind of messes with you because then the power-up timers get reset and everything gets reset, but I don't know, I guess they were having some lag problems. We had to swap a couple guys out. I guess it just kind of happens. You got to roll with it.
Well, I have to say, overall, you guys did really well. Individually, you had some brilliant plays. You saved the game a couple times, and just congratulations on moving on to the next round. You're the Giant Slayers so far.
I know, Cinderella story. I'm excited to see what happens next week.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck, man.
All right, thanks. Thanks for doing this.
Should we bring up a player from
Well, I was going to say,
Whitecaps,
we can do a team interview. All right.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm just going to drag... Oh.
There we go.
Hey, hi guys, how's it going? Get E up in here too.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. You guys played your heart out and just barely missed out, but you played such a solid game. What are your feelings on that?
Go ahead, E.
It was an amazing game. Playing against Rectal Rangers, we always knew it was going to be really tough. I'm just really proud of my team. I think they were fantastic, and we played the best we could. And I'm really happy for the game and the season as a whole. I think we did really well.
Yeah, I thought both of you were pretty standout performers for your teams. E coming up with some really clutch plays all throughout and hardly ever getting beaten. What do you think was the key to you guys staying this close, this long? You guys played 70 minutes of really close tag pro.
I think we're a lot more conservative than we normally are. We just tried not to make mistakes, and we've struggled in other games, particularly letting on a couple of cats at the start. We knew that if it happened, we'd be really struggling, and we kind of, I think maybe right at the end, we kind of let go of that. But after 70 minutes, I can't complain too much. Just keeping it really tight, and I think that was probably one of the best games we played this season.
Yeah, it's probably also one of the longest games you've played, clocking in at almost 70 minutes. That's in part due to all the timeouts that happened. How do you think the timeouts affected gameplay?
I think it was okay for us. It resets, so it's the same for everyone. They're unfortunate, and struggled with lag, and I'm sure Rectal Rangers struggled as well. So that was the really the only frustrating part for that about that for me.